What's up guys, my name is Zarbrawl. I hope everyone is doing well today and welcome to my guide to hunting Leaping Lizzy. I recently got back into Final Fantasy XI on the classic server WingsXI or Wings11. Keep in mind this footage and this guide is specifically tailored for this era, so this might not apply if you are playing on retail or other servers. With that out of the way, let's get right into the video. So I've spent quite a bit of time on the server camping this NM, as the boots it drops are arguably one of the most useful items, especially on lower levels. I see a lot of struggling new players trying to farm gil in order to obtain a pair, or have actually asked me for tips and tricks on how to obtain a pair for themselves, maybe to make some decent starting gil, or simply to have a pair to show off in their XP parties. So first of all, the basics. LL is a level 10 to 11 notorious monster and can be soloed by most jobs at level 10 to 12, depending on what you're playing. Some jobs might actually be able to take it a little bit earlier, such as Monk using their 2-hour ability, but usually level 12 will make this fight comfortable. Leaping Lizzy spawns in the surroundings of the hill situated at F8 of South Gustaberg. It has a 7% drop rate on the boots without Treasure Hunter. This actually goes up a little bit to 12.21% with TH1, 16.3% with TH2, 19.56% with TH3, and 21.29% with TH4. All this information is taken straight from the WingsXI's website, which has all the drop rate information for the server. I have included a link to the site in the description of the video if you want to check it out for yourself. LL is what we call a lottery spawn NM. This means that when a specific monster dies, in this case Rock Lizard, there is a chance that the notorious monster will spawn instead of a regular monster on the repop. This is referred in the game as a placeholder, or a PH. This means that the most effective way to make the NM spawn in the shortest amount of time is to kill the placeholder, as every time the mob respawns, there is a small chance the NM will spawn instead. It is very helpful to be able to recognize which mob is the placeholder, so you're not wasting your time running around the place killing every mob in sight. This will also help you beat the competition where there are multiple people at the camp looking to claim the mob for themselves. In the case of Leaping Lizzy, there are actually two PHs. On Whitescan, the PH is always the last lizard on the first group of 5 and the last lizard on the second group of 5. The first one spawns right on top of the hill here, and the second one always spawns on the other side of the mountain right here. There's always another lizard that is close to the PH. I recommend killing both of those lizards, especially if you don't have access to Whitescan. With this method, you can simply kill the 2 lizards up top of the hill, kill the 2 lizards at the bottom, and wait. Because the placeholder always spawns at the same place, you're guaranteed to kill the right lizards for the spawn. The respawn time for the lizards is 4 minutes. After the timer's done, if you only see 1 lizard spawn, you'll know LL spawned somewhere close. It's time to start looking and try to get the claim. This is made a lot easier with the use of Whitescan, as you'll be able to pinpoint the exact location of Leaping Lizzy right away. Rinse, repeat until you get your boots. The drop rate is fairly low, especially without TH, and he can be quite stingy, but the good news is that he can pop multiple times within a short time frame. I've seen him pop over 4 times in less than an hour, so just keep at it and you will be successful. Now, a few last words of wisdom to help you out on your journey. The one downside to LL is that it's a very popular NM. I've seen upwards to 5 or 6 people at camp waiting for the lizard to spawn. The usefulness of the boots make them very easy to find a buyer, and the fact that the NM can be farmed at low levels makes it a prime target for a lot of players in order to acquire some gil. That's why I have a few tips and tricks here to help you beat the competition and make things a little bit more consistent in your favor. I mentioned Whitescan earlier in the video. It is a powerful tool and is a game changer if you want to seriously farm this one or really any other NM in the game. Whitescan is a passive trait obtained by both Ranger and Beastmaster. This will let you see the mobs that are within a certain radius of the player. Ranger gets a much bigger radius at level 1, as the level 1 radius from Beastmaster is completely useless. However, Beastmaster gets Whitescan 2 at level 20, which is the same size as the Whitescan from Ranger at level 1. Having Beastmaster as a sub job or a main job gives you a huge advantage though, as it gives you access to the insta-claim ability, Charm. Notorious monsters cannot actually be charmed in the regular sense of the term, but it will give you claim with the insta ability. Ranger on the other side does not give you this option, and you will have to use a ranged attack of some sort, maybe a dart, a crossbow bolt, or an arrow. In this case, a claim with an ability will be a lot faster, and therefore can help you get more claims. For this particular reason, I find Thief Subjob Beastmaster is the ultimate NM farming machine. There are a few exceptions to this rule, especially at higher levels, but having the access to Treasure Hunter to help with the drops, Flea to make you rush to your destination, White Scan, and Charm to pull the mobs instantly, there's really nothing that exists on the server that will have an advantage on you in this case. Due to the level required for White Scan level 2, from Beastmaster at level 20, this means that this optimal strategy is only available if you have a Thief at level 40 at least, but I do think it's really worth the trouble if you want to up your game on a serious level. I have outclaimed many players using this combination. Well, that's pretty much it for my first NM hunting guide. I plan to release a lot more of these in the near future. If you have enjoyed the video, if it was useful to you in any way, shape, or form, please consider liking or subscribing to the channel. Let me know in the comments which NM you would like me to make a guide for next. And also, if you have other tricks and tips that I may have missed, please leave them in the comment for the community. Thanks a lot for watching, and happy hunting.